I wasn't going to do a video, but I can't help it. So many people are talking about the Delphi murders, and Miss Fucking Wonderful spells it Fvcking. You should look up her channel. She's awesome. Her name's Katie, but she's been really into it because she lives in Indiana, and she came across this article that I wish I had like the link of, but I don't. But it basically said that during the morning of February 13th, this woman happened to look outside. She was at a male friend's house about 7 miles away from Delphi, early in the morning, about 7 a.m. And she said she noticed a weird car in the drive, I guess like a driveway or like on the road close to the house. And she said she thought it was really odd. And she noticed him like moving stuff in and out of the trunk or something like that. And she actually took photos of it and took down the license plate. She got that weirded out and sketched out by this guy. Well, the guy happens to look literally just like Bridge Guy, except for different pants. He is driving a rental, and when they looked it up, they found out that the rental had stolen plates from Kokomo. So, and it was a white Dodge Dart. So, my question to you, law enforcement, is if this is the killer, and you've known this since last year from this credible source. In my opinion, it's credible. I haven't talked to her, and I would love to interview her, because to me, she possibly is the only person besides the two girls that has like seen the killer, besides the witnesses on the trail, that in my opinion have given not that much help, because they both gave different sketches, or if they gave the same composite sketch, it looks totally different. I don't know. Where I'm going with this, though, is I think that the smoking gun of this crime, and possibly solving it, is this lady taking these photos and us finding out where this car was rented from. There's only so many white Dodge Darts. I don't know if the law enforcement looked into this, but literally you could look in every state on February 13th or before or after and see if anyone was currently renting a white Dodge Dart. Right there, you should be able to solve the crime. So, again, I don't understand why we're focusing so much on this composite sketch if it's done nothing. It's done nothing for 2 years. So why aren't we trying something else? I think that the car is going to be the smoking gun on solving this case, I'm telling you. We find out who was driving that car, and we trace it back to this person. Whoever rented this car is going to have association with the killer, if not be the killer. And I have this feeling, I am like really emphatic about this, that this is the person. Whoever this lady took a photo of early in the morning in this car was planning to do terrible things. No one steals plates and puts them on a rental unless they are going to do something terrible. So, you guys all can say, how coincidental is that? That's a little too coincidental for me. We are looking for someone who looks just like this person, who is driving the car that looks just like the car that was abandoned on the side of the road for 5 hours. And you guys are telling me that this isn't the same person when he was spotted early in the morning from someone, a woman who has instinct and gut intuition to know when something is off. And she fucking recorded it. She had enough gut instinct and was creeped out enough to record this guy for a reason. The same reason why Libby and Abby recorded this guy. He is an evil killer who planned this. Unfortunately, they happened to be there at the wrong time, at the wrong place, and there is no way to prevent that. And it is a terrible tragedy. But I also think that the law enforcement really needs to up their game, and they need to really look into these tips. Because if this lady contacted you and has known about this for a year, and you guys have not done any research beyond taking down her information about and looking at the photos, and you guys have done nothing, I will seriously, I hope someone sues you guys, because you're negligent and you haven't done anything for these girls, or the families. I'm sorry, this is all my opinion, and I'm allowed to say that, but you guys literally failed them since day one when you guys stopped the search. You guys could have found them. One of them could be alive. We don't know what state she would have been in, but I'm telling you, she might have been able to actually solve this crime firsthand herself. Rest in peace, Libby and Abby. I'm sorry I get so, worked up about this, but, seriously, when I talk about this case, I literally feel like they're talking to me. I feel like they're telling me something. They're saying, this car has something to do with it. You need to look further into this, law enforcement. There's a reason this lady told you this information a year ago. And you guys still have done nothing with it? How come we haven't heard anything about this? If you guys know it's a white Dodge Dart, why are you guys telling us it's just a vehicle? You guys need to quit dicking around because seriously, it's been 2 years now, and it's a lot harder to do backtracking on your work than it is to just do it in the present. So the fact that you guys are ready, if you haven't looked into the Dodge Dart records of rentals from 2 years ago, it's gonna be a lot harder to find the paperwork, isn't it? So I don't know who's paying your guys' salaries, but you really should be docked because I don't think you guys should get a salary until you solve this case. Because sometimes it takes people getting things taken away from them for them to really change their attitude and step up their game. So I'm talking to you, Delphi PD, LE, FBI. Get it the fuck together, because there's people like us out in the streets that seem to be solving crimes quicker than you are, and it's pathetic. Anyways, I always try to leave off my videos on a light note, so I'm happy that they're still talking about this case. I'm happy they haven't let it go. But instead of getting all personal about it and getting like, oh, I watched The Shack and glamorizing the death, I feel almost, of these women or these young women, seriously, get it together and get your big boy panties on and do the hard work and go do the leads and go beat the street until you get this guy behind bars. You have to do it the old school way, or it's not going to happen. This guy is smarter than we think. He changed plates on a rental with valid stolen plates. We are not messing around with someone that wasn't criminally minded. Just because he doesn't have a record doesn't mean he's not a psycho. And everyone that keeps saying that he had to be a local and know those trails to go wandering. I am quite an outdoorsman myself, and let me tell you, that's a one-stop shop. There's only so many places on those trails. I mean, seriously, it would only take going there maybe once or twice for you to figure out an escape route. So no, this person doesn't have to be living in Delphi to have committed this crime successfully. This person just had premeditation on their mind, and they've carried it out. Anyways, until we meet again, I hope there is justice served, and I hope the truth comes to light. Bye. Toodles.